Dude.
Brenner Mills, Minnesota Vikings. Just want to win one before I die.
Dalton Zongrecker, Dallas Cowboys. Just trying to earn a little respect.
Lane Cooter, the conductor of the Baker train.
What is up, guys? Welcome into another episode here at Wide Eye Sports. Today, we are taking a look at every NFL team's over-under for the 2025 NFL season. We're going to be breaking it down, giving our thoughts, giving our best bets in it, if you will. I got Dalton Spoon here joining me today. Boys, you ready to just get into it?
I'm ready.
All right. Pulling it up on the screen here. Here we go. So we're just going to go down the list here. On Vegas Insider here, they give us every team. A little spoiler there. So MGM, DraftKings, Bally Sports, and then this one doesn't have any, so we're not even going to pay attention to that. So the big three, MGM, DraftKings, Bally Sports. So we'll start this off. Buffalo Bills. Their over-under is set at 11.5, and if you're new to sports betting, you don't know what that means, we're going to do a little quick crash course for you. If you need anything more, go look it up online. Have ChatGPT help you out. It'll be good. So over is O. U is under if you're looking at a different site. 11.5 means if they go over 11.5, 12 wins or more, you're betting on that with the over. If you bet on the under, you're betting on 11 or less wins. And the minus 160 versus the plus 110. If it has a minus, you have to bet the number depicted to win $100, and it goes, as a multiplier. If you bet 50, you win half as much shown, or if you bet 80, you would win half of 100. And then plus means if you bet $100, you win the number depicted. So you bet, plus 110, you put $100 down, you get $110. And it, as the multiplier goes up and down, so does your money. So that's the quick crash course. If you need anything deeper, probably not the video for you. Go figure it out. ChatGPT help you out. But let's get into this. Buffalo Bills over under 11.5 wins. If you had to put money on it, are you taking the over or the under here? I'm taking the over if I had to put money on it. Spoon, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm taking the over here. They're playing the NFC South, which is that should be easily 3 wins they get out of that, playing the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers. It looks like they're also playing the AFC, they're playing the NFC South. It looks like they're playing the AFC South as well, maybe. No, they're not. They're playing the AFC North, which could cause some issues because there's 3 really good teams there. But I'm looking at their schedule. I see 7 games that are basically coin flips. The other ones are all wins. If they win half of the coin, if they win 3 of the 7 coin flip games, they're going to hit the over. So give me the over here.
Okay. Dol?
Yeah, I 100% agree. Definitely take the over on that one.
All right. So we got Philadelphia up next. Their over is set at the same. Over under 11.5, except Vegas thinks they're less likely to hit it because they have them at plus odds. I'm still going to take the over on that. I'm taking over on 11.5 wins.
Yeah, me too. I don't think I think they'll probably split with Washington and Dallas.
Ooh, right.
So yeah, I would take the over here. I think they're still a juggernaut team, some force.
Okay, so I'm going to disagree with you guys. Looking at their schedule, it's obviously tough with the Cowboys and the Commanders, but they also play the NFC North and the AFC West.
I mean, I had them going 13-4, so I'm taking those.
Two very tough divisions. I believe they could get 11 wins. 12 wins is going to be difficult. I could see them easily finishing with 10 or 11, though, so I'm going to lean towards the under with the Eagles.
All right. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, it's kind of hard to bet against them. I'm taking the over, especially at plus odds. Coming off of 14, or was it 15 wins last year? 16 wins?
14.
14 wins last year? Yeah. I had them winning. I have them winning 14 this season. Yeah. I'm taking over 11.5, especially with plus odds. Spoon.
Oh man. I feel like you can't bet against the Chiefs. They're going to find a way to win most of these games. They do have a little bit of a tougher schedule this year from what it looks like, but I'm gonna lean towards the over. I think they at least get 12.
Okay. All right, Dol.
Yeah, I mean, same. You guys said it. I mean, betting against the Chiefs is tough, and I take the over on that.
All right, we got Baltimore at 11.5. I'm going to take the over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's crazy to say that the Ravens are going to be a 12-win team, probably more, 13,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, I think it's right in their realm that they're going to end up with 12 to 14 wins. So I'm going to lean towards the over here as well.
All right, love it, love it. The Detroit Lions, 10.5. I'm taking the under. I have them getting to exactly 10 wins this season, so that would be under 10.5 wins.
I'm right there with you. That's exactly what I was gonna go to. 10 wins.
They lose their offensive and defensive coordinator. They have a pretty freaking tough schedule coming up. I truly believe that they're going to finish right at 10 wins.
Yep,
so
we all three have them at 10 wins.
I'm going to go towards the under as well.
All right, San Francisco, baby, coming off a down season, and every time they do it, they bounce back way better than they were before. I have them at 11 wins, so I'm going to take the over on San Francisco. I know it sounds crazy. There's a reason Vegas has them at 10.5 because it's very possible. I'm going to take them at 11 wins and the over.
I'll take them at the over just because usually my bets don't pan out, and I'm hoping that they go under, but I will take the over.
Boom.
Yeah, they finished last in their division last year. They're going to have a little bit of an easier schedule this year. As long as they stay healthy, and I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest, I underestimated them whenever I was making my schedule. I had them at like 8 wins, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I underestimated them big time. I think they finished with about 12 wins, so give me the over.
All right. Next up, we got the LA Chargers, and I'm going to hammer this over. I had them winning 13 games on their schedule, so I'm going to hammer this over.
Yeah.
There's a reason they're favored to go over this, and
I think the over is a pretty easy bet for them as well. I like them at least 10 wins.
Spoon?
Yeah, I mean, I like their over. They do have kind of a tough schedule, but I'd still lean to the over.
Okay.
I think they finished with 10 or 11 wins for sure.
Perfect. So next up, we got the LA Rams. Why is it LAC and just LA? Like, this should be LAR. This is unfair. I don't like this.
It's biased.
It's biased. All right. I have the Rams at 13 wins, so I'm hammering this over. Minus 150 is a pretty big favorite as far as this is concerned. So Vegas expects them to hit the over. I expect them to hit the over. Spoon, Dalt, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, they got to the playoffs last year, and a lot of their guys are still pretty healthy, man. I'd take the over.
Spoon? Don't think too hard.
I know. I mean, their schedule, there's some tough games, there's some hard games. I guess I would lean towards the over here.
Okay. Like I said, I have winning 13 games, so them getting to 10, they'd have to drop 4 games that I think they win. So I like it. Washington also at 9.5. I have them finishing at 10 regular season wins. I'm going to give it to them. I'm taking the over, minus 120. Vegas thinks so too. What do y'all think?
Give me the under. I think they have just a bit of a down. I think they have a bit of a down year. 9 wins.
All right. Spoon?
6. They do have a really tough schedule.
So I have them at 10.
Yeah, they're either going to finish for me at 9 or 10 wins, which is tough because it's 9.5. I guess I would lean towards the under, that they're going to finish right at 9 wins.
Betting against Jaden Daniels. How dare you?
They had an easy schedule last year.
The Houston Texans.
I'll go first. This one's. I'm taking the under on this one.
Wow. I have them at 13 wins, so I'm going to take them over. That's crazy.
So with Houston, I do not believe that they are a really, really, really good team, but they do play in a very easy division, so I think they can get quite a few wins there.
They're going to get 6 wins in their division easily.
But the thing is, besides their division, they play teams like the Chargers, the Bills, the Broncos, the Ravens.
But they have 5 other home games. They have to win 3 other home games. 4 other home games. They have to go 4 other home games, get a win, and steal 1 game on the road, and they beat this by 2. So
I could easily see them just getting 9.
you think they're
wins.
going to go 0-8 on the road, 0-9 on the road?
No.
So therefore, they steal 1 on the road, win 3 home games, and win 6 games within the division.
That's if they win all. I mean, you know how division games are. They're weird.
I mean, yeah, they are, but we're facing the Jags, the Colts, and the Titans.
Okay. I mean, Cam Ward could be a lot better than you think. Still
Give me the
Calvin
under.
Ridley.
Okay.
Give me the under.
All right. I think y'all are crazy. But let's move on to Denver here. Denver over under 9.5. And I have them at 12. So I'm once again smashing that over button. I like it. Give me Denver 10 or more wins.
100%. I'll take Denver on the over.
Spoon?
Yep, I'm taking Denver on the over as well here. I think they finished with at least 10.
All righty. The Green Bay Packers over under 9.5. I'm taking the under on this. I have them finishing the regular season with 8 wins on my mock schedule. So give me the under.
I like that. Yeah, I want the under on that as well.
Yep, another team with a very tough schedule. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the under with them as well.
Cool. All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are up next. I have them finishing as the number 1 seed in the NFC. Yeah, you heard that right. The schedule is pretty easy. And I have them finishing with 14 wins. So hammer that over for me, baby.
You already know.
Over.
You already know where I'm going. Give me the over.
The conductor of the Baker train wants the over. All right,
Yep.
Cincinnati. I have them finishing at 12-5. So hammer that over for me, baby. I hope
they have over 9.5 wins, man. I'd love to see that.
Spoon?
Give me the over.
Yeah, I think 9.5 is a really good bet for them because I believe they're going to finish with 10 or 11 wins this year. So give me that over.
Okay. All right. So sorry if you can hear my lawn guys outside the door. I apologize. Miami, they're sitting here at 8.5 wins. I have them winning 4 games this regular season. So smash that under for me. I just don't see it. What do you boys think?
I'm right there with you. I think the under is an easy bet to make. Spoon.
This is tough because they were ass last year and still were able to get 8 wins. So, I mean, can they get 9?
I'm winning 4 games. I don't think
their schedule is kind of iffy.
I don't think this is close.
Yeah, I think they get 8. I think they get 8 wins.
You're taking the over?
So give me the under. No, they're at 8.5.
Under. Okay. All right. The Chicago Bears. Over 8.5, under 8.5. I have them finishing the regular season in 3rd in the NFC North with exactly 8 wins. So give me the under on that.
Tough. They got a pretty tough schedule, man.
Yes,
but
they do.
I think Ben Johnson gets them to at least 10 wins. So give me the over on that.
Oh wow! All right.
I think Ben Johnson gets them to 7 or 8 wins with the schedule they have. So give me the under.
All right, Arizona. I have Arizona finishing last in their division with a whopping 4-13 record. So give me that under.
Yeah, I'll take the under there.
Yeah, I'm already on that under as well.
And I hate to see it because I want to see Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. pop off, but I just don't see it happening this year. The Minnesota Vikings over under 8.5. I have them finishing 11-6 in a loaded NFC North. So give me that over.
I'll take the over as well.
I will take the over just because I do believe that they at least get to 9 wins. And I think you're going to see them get 9, 10, maybe 11. That's where they're going to finish.
Yep. I agree. Pittsburgh Steelers over under 8.5. I have them finishing at 8-9 exactly. So give me that under.
Yeah, give me the under. Very, very tough division. I think it's possible that they lose every game in their division, except not every game. I think it's possible they go 2-4 in their division.
Okay, so they're going to lose to the Browns. The Browns are one of the worst teams in the league, in my opinion.
They could, like you said, divisional games are weird.
I am very low on the Steelers this year. I think they only get like 6, 7 wins.
Can I say something real quick? I did make my prediction assuming Aaron Rodgers was going to be a Steeler, and I only got them to 8 wins. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, you only got him to 8 wins. I made my prediction without Aaron Rodgers because I didn't know I honestly, I had no idea, and I had him at like
I
5
tried to
wins.
tell you.
I know, and I had him at 5 wins, but I think even with Rodgers, it only gets him up to like 7. So give me the under.
All right. The Seattle Seahawks, I had them finishing 3rd in their division with exactly 9 wins. So give me the over on the Seahawks.
Yeah, I like the over on this one. I think Sam Darnold can still throw that thing. I just hope that
Sammy.
Mike McDaniel or Mike McDonald can utilize him very well. Give me the over.
Yeah, their schedule isn't super difficult. I could definitely see them getting 9-10 wins like we normally see the Seahawks do.
Yep.
So give me the over.
All righty. Atlanta is up next. I have the Atlanta Falcons finishing in one of the worst divisions at 8-9. So give me the over.
Yeah, give me the over. Give me the over as well.
Okay. Spoon?
I'm not going to lie. Call me crazy, but out of all the lines that we've seen, this is probably the best spot where I'm saying I want to smash that over.
Really?
I really want to smash that over. I want to take that over because I think they can easily finish with 9. I think they beat the Saints twice. They might split with the Bucks and the Panthers. I think they could easily split with the Bucks and the Panthers, which that puts them that puts them already halfway there.
But asking them to split with the Bucks is a lot.
But the thing is, and then they play the Colts, they play the Dolphins, they play the Jets. They could beat the Seahawks at home.
I think the Jets are a better team.
They play the Cardinals on the road.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are. I mean, Vegas does too. Thinks the Cardinals are a superior team. Like that, you're giving Atlanta a lot of credit here.
I am because they have a lot of studs on that team.
There's Bijan. Drake London is a good wide receiver 1 and a high end wide receiver 2. Their line isn't great. They just lost their starting center.
They just beefed up their defense, which was their weakest spot. So I really, really like that over at Drake London. I think they're going to finish at like 9 wins.
I'm just saying
easily they finish at 8 easily. I'm smashing that over. I think that's the best line that I've seen so far on this. Like a lot of them believe in
Drake London, I guess the way you guys do.
I do.
He needed 160 targets to break 1,200 yards. That's a lot of targets. He only averaged 12 yards a reception. That's not
okay. Well, I mean that just depends on who's throwing him the ball. You know, he had a rookie quarterback, so it's like he's not going to be throwing deep balls. So, you know, and then Kirk Cousins was throwing picks left and right, and then they took him out. So, you know,
I can't
really blame the wide receiver for that.
I see 8 easy wins, I think, on their schedule, and then probably I think they could finish with 9 or 10 easily. I don't know. Call me crazy, but that's probably the best one I've seen so far. I'm
gonna call you crazy on that.
Call me crazy, man.
Not a huge fan of that. All right, so the Dallas Cowboys are up next. We spent a little too long on that one. Dallas Cowboys are up next. I have them finishing at 8 wins exactly. So give me that over.
Yeah, I think 8 wins is easy. Over.
Yeah, this is another really good line. That's why it's minus 155. The odds are not in your favor for you to win. Well, I mean, they are in your favor for you to win, but you're not going to win a whole lot of money placing this bet.
Yeah. You're not going to, unless you're putting a lot of money down.
Yeah, unless you're putting a lot of money down. So they definitely think the Cowboys are going to finish over. I have them finishing over. I think I have them finishing at like 9 or 10 wins. So give me the over.
Yep. I like it. Jacksonville Jaguars. I have them finishing at a bad 5-12. So give me the under.
I'm not sure. I would like to see Trevor Lawrence do well and the Jaguars do well and Travis Hunter, but I think it takes them a little bit. So yeah, give me the under.
Oh my god! So I'm looking at their schedule right now. Yeah. I know you don't want me to go in depth on it, but they could easily lose their first 10 games, very easily. And I mean, like.
You can run.
I'll run them through.
Yeah, run it real quick.
At Carolina, or no, they play Carolina, Cincinnati, Houston, the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Raiders, the Texans, the Chargers.
The Raiders, they could beat.
They
The
could, but
Panthers,
it's in Las Vegas though, so I'll give them a little bit of.
Yeah, no, I'm just like listing the only teams that I heard like, oh, they could beat that team.
They could maybe beat the Panthers, but I think the Panthers are going to have a better season this year.
Yeah. I don't expect a lot from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I could see them starting out 0-10. So I'm gonna go with that under. Honestly, I'm gonna take it.
All right, and here we have one of the first different lines. So MGM has them at 8.5.
There was a different one up higher.
Was there? Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
that. My bad. 7.5. So we'll go off to 7.5 wins. New England over under 7.5 here. I have them at 12-5
I'll
because
take
I
the
think
over.
That's crazy. I do
they
think
have
that's
a
little wild.
super crazy good schedule.
They do.
They like weak schedule. So I think they revamped the defense. They got weapons on offense. The offensive line is secured up. As long as Drake May doesn't absolutely the bed, I think they're fine. So I'm taking this over all day. Both overs for that matter.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, to give you a little idea, they have 3 weeks in a row where they play the Saints, the Titans, and the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like I really like the over 7.5. The over 8.5 is iffy because I could see them finishing right at 8.
I see them minimum 10 wins.
But yeah, I would smash that 7.5 if you can find it for good odds.
All right, Indianapolis. We have an over under 7.5 wins. Sorry, over under 7.5 wins. I have them at 4 wins. Give me the under.
Yeah, give me the under.
Yeah, their schedule's not super hard, but it's not super easy either. I'll probably lean towards the under with them.
Cool. We got the Raiders coming up who play in a stacked division, and I have them finishing at 6-11. So give me the under.
Give me the over. I think they get at least 7 wins.
I think you are underestimating this team just a little bit.
You can think that all you want.
I think you are just a little bit. I'm going to take the over because I could easily see them getting 7, maybe 8 wins.
Yeah, I don't see it on their 2025 schedule.
Like, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, they could pull off the win against the Patriots. They could beat.
I don't think they beat.
They've had weird games against the Chiefs. They got division before.
They have Colts, Titans, Jags, Browns.
They play in the AFC
Giants.
West. So at best, they're getting 3 wins in the AFC West. At best, most likely they're getting 1 or 2 wins in the AFC
Okay, well,
West.
he just named 5 games that I think are easy wins.
Yeah,
so
Colts,
even if they
Titans,
get 2,
Jags,
that's
Jets,
7.
or Giants. Sorry, and yeah, that's
I'm not convinced they beat the Jags in Jacksonville. I said that on the Jacksonville.
I think it's a toss-up, man.
And Vegas,
Pete Carroll, Ashton
Vegas
Kutcher.
agrees. Vegas has their team win total lower than Jacksonville, so they agree that Jacksonville will most likely win more games. I don't know. I don't see it happening. It could totally happen. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, but I don't see it happening this year. Carolina.
Right.
I have Carolina finishing at 4-13. Bryce Young does still take a step forward. I feel like their offense plays well. Their defense was atrocious in the run game. I don't know if it bounces back this season. I only had them at 4-13, so give me the under. I may be underestimating them a little bit, though. I will give you that.
Yeah, I'd like another team that I think might take a big step. I think they're poised to take a big step. Bryce Young looked pretty good last year, and a lot of their games were very close. I think it's very possible that they could get 7 wins. Give me the over on that one.
Spoon?
Yeah, I'm looking at their schedule. The schedule is much tougher than I thought it was going to be. So I'm probably going to lean towards the under with them.
It's a rough go.
It's a very tough schedule they have.
New York Giants. I had them as one of the worst teams in the NFL, having a whole 1 win. So I'm going to take that under.
Yeah,
it'd be a miracle if they can make it to 6.
Give me that under.
I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. The rest of these, just give me the under.
So
I am not. Maybe the Jets. I might take the
Tennessee.
The over.
I had winning 4 games, so give me the under. Dalton's got the under. Spoon, what do you think?
I think they fit with a rookie quarterback. I think they finished right at 5. Is what I got them at. So yeah, give me the under.
All right, and then the bottom 3 teams here in the NFL, Cleveland, MGM won't even give you a line on them right now. The New York Jets, I have them at 3 wins, so give me the under. Dalt's
Yep.
got the under. Spoon, what do you got?
I think they finished with 4 wins, so give me the under.
All right. New Orleans Saints, they are my worst team in the NFL this season. I had them at 1 win as well. Under.
Wow. So, man, the odds that you're getting for the Saints to win less than 4 games, that's got to be like plus, if it's minus 170, that's got to be plus like 130 or 140.
But look at the over 5.5. If you give them 1 more game, it jumps to plus 100.
Yeah.
So they're thinking they get to 5 games.
Yeah, they're thinking they get to 5 games for sure, but I'm thinking they don't get to 5 games. I'm thinking
they don't get to 5 games.
I'm thinking they finish with like 2 or 3 wins, and that's being generous in my opinion.
Generous.
So with that being plus money, I'm probably going to have to switch it up and say that would be where I would lean towards my big bet right here.
Yeah.
I would put it on the Saints not winning
under
4 games.
Yeah.
Under 4.
If I can get anything under minus 250 for the under 5.5, I'm putting the house on that.
Oh,
there's no chance they're making it to 6 wins.
No chance.
So that's my big bet. Cleveland, we're gonna go with under 5.5. I have them winning 2 games.
Maybe winning 2 games.
I have them winning 2 games.
I mean, when you think about them playing teams like the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals, they could easily go 0-6 in their division.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and then they play the NFC North.
Yep, and that's 4 losses. I'm sorry, but I don't see the Browns. They might sneak away and would beat the Bears, but they play the Bears in Chicago. So
they play the AFC East. So they're playing Miami. They're playing Buffalo. They're playing New England.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that they're playing the Bills at home. I don't see them winning that game, but they're going to New England. New England could easily win that game. They probably are going to win that game in New England.
Let's just real quick run through it because we're at the end of the video here. They're losing to Cincinnati. They're losing at Baltimore. They're losing to Green Bay. They're losing at Detroit. They're losing to Minnesota. They're losing at Pittsburgh. They might beat Miami. I'll give them that. They might beat Miami at home.
So
they're losing at New England. They might beat the Jets in New York. Might, maybe, probably not. They're losing to Baltimore. They're losing at the Raiders. They're losing to the Niners. They might beat the Titans at home. They're losing to the Bears in Chicago. They're losing to Buffalo at home. They're losing to the Steelers at home. And they're losing at Cincinnati unless Cincinnati's hitting everybody. So that is 3 maybes for a win.
Yeah.
3 maybes.
And they have no chance they get to 5 or 6.
They have
no way they're getting to 6 wins. Even if they get those 3 and they pull out 2 weird games in the division, that's 5. No shot they're getting to 6 wins.
Nope.
That'll be a miracle. All right, you boys got anything else you want to add before we hop off?
Nope.
All right. Like, subscribe. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you next time. Peace.